my comments to them in their moments of graduating and launching off into this vocation, which is more than a job and even a career. It's a vocation of shaping the future leadership of our country, was oriented to the fact that they are the front line of instilling not only the instructional content of the material given to them in the school systems, but the education dimension, which is the human side, the social science side, the references that are not in the books that make these young people that much more productive future leaders and Canadians, which is the moral, the ethical, the legal even answers to many of the complex dilemmas that they'll face today and in the future. Well, that's interesting, because what I have come to see across the country is that Canadian youth is very conscious of the world, be it through the astronauts and the fragility of the globe, and so the environment. They are less conscious of restrictions of regionalism and parochialism and boundaries. They are conscious of the global scenario in which we find ourselves economically and otherwise. And as such, what I hope they capture is the fact that they are going to become, through the fact that they will have a university degree, part of the leadership strata of this significant country. Significant in the fact that we are one of the top 9 countries and powers of the world. And as a leading middle power, we have a responsibility in the world that goes beyond our borders. Because Canada wasn't created just to take care of Canadians. There's an ultimate aim to this. And there's a grander design to it. And I think that they, in their experience of university, will be conscious of that, and from that experience expand beyond our borders to the enormous problematics that exist in humanity around the world. The honorary degree, to me, it's a gesture by an institution of higher learning towards an individual in as much as recognition on one side, but also hoping that this individual participates in the culture and in the institution as such. So it's more than getting the degree, and thank you very much. I'm flattered and honored. It is one, what do you got to say to us? Which was my first duty this morning, and I felt that was the primary one. And secondly, well, in the future, we hope that you will come back and provide us with more input through lecture, through presentations, and so on. And as such, be a voice for the institution whenever an opportunity presents itself. So I feel these things are duties that I acquire by getting this honor. This is an interesting dimension about getting beyond our borders, and getting beyond our borders, beyond Europe also. Which was always a great attraction. When I was in our youth, whenever we could get out to Europe, it was the sort of epitome, going back to the old countries and all that kind of stuff. Well, I think that value is questionable now. It's nice, it's neat, it's interesting, but it's not the reality of humanity, nor is it, I think, compatible with what this country should be doing now and into the future. Moving the students overseas for even short periods of time, in order to get their boots dirty, to hear, but to smell, to listen, to see, to taste the scenario in which 80% of humanity lives in inhuman conditions, is critical to providing depth of comprehension of a role of a great nation like ours has in the world. They will come back with, one, a recognition of what we have, which is opulent, and two, not only recognizing it for its value and how lucky in the sense that we worked hard, but we've had, we haven't had too many invasions, we haven't had too many catastrophic droughts and things like that. So we've been able to build on something positive. But in order, that experience provides them with a consciousness that it is inappropriate. It's just not right. it's nearly like a sin that we simply live with all that asset. We have enormous potential because of it, and we keep it for ourselves. We turn inward and we become egoist. And they, I think, will shift the thinking of Canadians beyond the borders. And I think they're going to be in far more fertile ground with their peers than in our times, when we were still considered, that young country across the pond. Well, that era is gone. We're a mature country. We can take risks, we can take leadership, and we've got the capabilities of running things. And I think Canadian youth now is far more conscious of that. And if they gain that outside experience, it will make them realize the significance of the capability and potential this country has.